Mr. Pantoja, congratulations.
Thank you, Dave.
What does it mean to you on a show like this? This might have been one of the best, cards in a long time with all those crazy knockouts. For you to perform the way you did, it seemed like in December you had a really big performance, and you took it to another level tonight. What was that feeling like?
That's amazing fighting in Las Vegas, that atmosphere, fight here in T-Mobile. I think every fighter fight here think the same thing, that the Coliseo. I feel that's the new gladiator, the new generation of the gladiators. In here you have the best arena for that. T-Mobile Arena look the new Coliseo. The same goal, the same thing. The crowd is so good. Yesterday to the Waynes, that's full arena. That's like you have a fight here, and I think everybody want to. Performs like that tonight, Kai Kara-France is a very good fighter. I train a lot for him, I train a lot for every fight, I'm part of the America top 10, best gym of the world. I have so good professional fighters there. And, yeah, man, I do my best all the time. I go to the octagon, I do my best, I think right now I deserve a better position in the pound for pound, too.
Yeah, I knew you were going to get to that.
Oh, yeah.
Dan Lambert said the other day that there's nobody, you and Kayla Harrison are the only two that do every class, every drill, all the things that you're always the hardest worker in the room. Do you feel like, this was a long time coming, like this dominance that you have, right? You were in a crowded space when Brandon Moreno and Figueiredo were the champ before, but like, did you see this coming, this run that you're on?
I try to do my best. Like you say, I'm the one most training in the gym. We have 100 fighters in the America Top 10. And feel that I'm one of the more training in the gym with the best fighters of the world. That's amazing, Go to the gym. I have so much inspiration in the gym. I have Kayla Harrison. That's a huge inspiration for us. But in the same gym, I have Paulo Macedo, one of my training partners. He come to train with me, leave and go to work with a regular job, and back to the gym training again. How I can say I train very hard with him. How I cannot try to do my best to him too. That's for all the guys. That's it. I train very hard all the time. Try to be humble, try to be a good champ, try to good example for everybody, and especially in my gym. Everybody, when I go to the gym, people say, hey, champ. And doesn't matter for me. I don't want to be a superstar in my gym, I want to show to everybody the right way to be a champ, respectful, training to everybody, try to help your all training partners, show to my gym how to be a good guy to your coaches. These guys, my coaches, deserve so much appreciate, and some fighters don't give to coaches what he needs, because if you're good, if you win, you need to bring your coaches with you, you need to show it to the people on your side deserve a piece of that too.
You talk about being a respectful fighter. It seems like another respectful fighter would be Joshua Van, the way he carries himself. And I saw you guys embraced in the octagon afterwards. Does he remind you of a younger Pantoja?
When I have 23, I'm working in the restaurant, clean dishes. Look at that. The guy have 23 going to fight for the belt, for the world championship. I think this guy is going to be my tough challenger, He's young, he's hungry, and he don't make wars like I did in the past, I make my 35 professional fights tonight, and that's a lot of wars I pass through, with a lot of very good fighters. And UFC give me this new guy. I think everybody wants to see the new normal rematch for me, And I want to fight with that guy too. I want to fight. I want that challenger, fight with a new blood, new kid, with a very hungry. I found a couple fights from Josh Ivan. He's doing an amazing job with Rei Tatsuda. He defended all the takedowns. He beat Bruno Bulldog in the last fight. He gave this opportunity to fight with the number one contender rival. and doing an amazing job. You know, who can say that? And now I think that's my tough challenge, you know. But Monday, I'm back to the gym, and my coach know that I'm not more champion of the world. I'm the challenger, you know, and I know who's my opponent, and I know what I want. I want this belt again.
Last question for me. You know, last time you were here, you said you wanted to fight Demetrius Johnson, and I think it was because you respect him as the greatest flyweight of all time. Do you think that Joshua Van is good enough to make people recognize how good you are?
Definitely. Josh Van's so good. Who can say it's different? You know, she beat Rival. I think Rival make some mistakes with him. Try to rush too much the fight. Don't try to grapple a lot. And about Demetrius Johnson, I say before, I really want to fight with him. He says he retired. He's not gonna back. Maybe it's not his comeback. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not good for he come back, because the division, flyweight division right now is so different. You know, this high level is different. I respect all the guys opening the doors for us, but right now you see, especially in my division, you have whole world in the same division. Top 10, you have guys from whole the world. Japan, Africa, Brazil, Russia, Australia, New Zealand. That's so amazing to be part of that.
Pantoja, aqui.
Nossa.
Muita gente falava que você já tinha passado por todo mundo, os principais da sua categoria, e que era para você subir de divisão. E você sempre se manteve aí, tal, e agora surgiu esse menino aí espetacular, o Joshua Van. Isso mostra que você estava certo e que ainda tem muitos desafios nessa categoria?
Sem sombra de dúvida, cara. Eu acho que eu tenho muito a mostrar ainda nessa divisão. É a minha divisão. Esse negócio de todo mundo querer subir de categoria, não sei o que lá. Deixa para os caras aí, né? Eu acho que eu tenho... É isso, cara. Eu defendo a minha divisão. A gente já teve muito problema nessa divisão anteriormente. Pessoas falavam muito mal dessa minha divisão. E tanto eu quanto todos os lutadores dessa divisão, acho que a gente tenta mostrar diferente. A gente tenta dar a nossa melhor performance. Eu acredito que o Josh Van e o Brandon Rival fizeram a luta da noite, né? Mais um bônus para a nossa categoria, mostrando que a divisão peso mosca é uma das melhores do UFC. E ser campeão nessa divisão é muito importante para mim.
O seu objetivo de carreira é bater o recorde do Demetrius Johnson?
Cara, o meu objetivo de carreira é ganhar minha próxima luta, pagar minhas contas, fazer com que meus filhos não precisem se preocupar com nada, alimentar minha família, ajudar as pessoas do meu lado. Eu não me preocupo em quebrar recorde, eu não me preocupo em nada, irmão. Eu gosto de lutar. Como eu falei, segunda-feira eu vou voltar para academia para treinar. Eu amo treinar, eu amo fazer parte da América Top Team. E, como eu falei, segunda-feira eu volto para academia, eu não sou mais o campeão. Eu vou ter oportunidade para lutar novamente por esse cinturão.
E, para finalizar, sei que você é um flamenguista fanático e amanhã tem um jogo contra o Bayern. Hoje a gente torceu muito por você, eu e todo o Brasil. Você acha que é mais sofrido torcer ou lutar?
Cara, acho que torcer é mais difícil. Eu vejo isso pela minha família, pela minha esposa, pelos meus filhos, tadinhos. Eles estavam muito nervosos hoje, antes de eu vir para a luta. Eu tenho o privilégio de ter minha família sempre comigo antes da minha luta. Eles estavam comigo no hotel, lá no quarto do hotel. E minha esposa, todo momento nervosa, meus filhos nervosos. Então, eu acredito que ser torcedor é mais difícil. Quando eu estou lá dentro, está na minha mão. Amanhã vai ser um baile no Bayern. Vamos ganhar de novo isso aí. E vai ser a dobradinha do Pantoja e do Flamengo.
Quer mandar um recado para os jogadores?
Irmão, jogar com raça aí, mostrar aí que a gente tem uma seleção, né? O Flamengo é uma seleção, a gente pode bater de frente com qualquer um. Esse Mundial de Clube está sendo muito legal, cara, porque, eu torci pro Botafogo pra caramba contra o PSG, torci pro Palmeiras, pro Fluminense, entendeu? Eu acho que isso uniu bastante todos nós brasileiros, né? O futebol move muito o Brasil, né, cara? Uma ressalva aí para os fãs do futebol também olharem um pouco mais para o MMA, olharem para os nossos lutadores brasileiros, que a gente precisa também dessa proporção que o futebol é no Brasil. A gente também tem que fazer essa proporção ser no MMA também.
Obrigado, Pantoja, parabéns.
Obrigado, irmão.
Pantoja, obviously a dominant performance tonight against a familiar opponent. Just curious, any surprises tonight? Did you feel he was a different fighter than the first time you fought so long ago, or did it feel like the same guy in there tonight?
I think when he come to fight with me. He wants showing he lost is a mistake, you know. And I feel the same, you know. Same thing. I think O'Malley, Merab. O'Malley think he changed something, gonna beat Merab. Merab showed to him, no, bro. And I think I'm show the same to Kai Kara France. If he think a mistake, I think I can finish his better, you know. When I fight with Kai Kara France for the first time, 10 days ago, I fight with Moreno. I make a war with Moreno, one of the best the ultimate fighters fights and I make in the house. 10 days, I'm fight with the Kai Kara France. Now I have only camp just to Kai Kara France. He's an amazing fighter, you know. But when in the octagon, when I step in the octagon, I'm no more champion of the world. I'm the challenger, you know. I have the opportunity to get this belt. Então, challenger spirit, but champion mentality.
Nice. And you talk about Joshua Van. I mean, like you said, so young, relatively new to the UFC, but it sounds like you're actually excited about fighting him, right? I mean, why is that the case? Because, I mean, you've had to toil away. It took you so long to get here, right? And now he gets these opportunities. Is there any part of you that's like, I don't want to fight that guy, you know, let him do more? But it sounds like you're excited.
Of course. That's the UFC, you know. That's American dream, brother. That's amazing. This kid have this opportunity, you know. Why is not, you know? He can change his life, you know. I love to fight for UFC. I love fighting, brother. For me, it's always an opportunity to go to the inside of the octagon, have million people watch me what I did. You know, people talk a lot of bullshit about Instagram. You need million followers and everything. Man, when I start to fight, it's not to get a followers. I fight because I like it. When I'm in the octagon, I'm the fighter. Then when I want the cameras, when I finish Kara France and come here, I love to see the cameras. But when I go back to my home Monday with my kids and my wife, I don't want to show you my life, you know. That's my life, you know. I try to make a good example for my kids. I don't have time to take the phone and show everybody what I did, you know. I try to make my kids good men, you know, be a good husband. I don't have time to show all my life, you know. I think, of course, that's important for the business and everything, but my situation is I'm a fighter, you know. When UFC call me, you can put 100 cameras. I can talk with 100 people. I can take 1 million pictures, you know. But when I'm back to home, I'm the Alexandre Pantoja, Passidomo, Gabi, husband, Kawan, and Nick, father. You know, I need doing my shit in my home. You know, I need to clean my dishes. I need to walk with my dogs. You know, I don't think everybody wants to see I'm walking with my dogs for my neighborhood. You know, that's my life. You know, and but when I go to the octagon, I give to everybody what you want to see. You know, the war.
Last thing for me, I think most people agree that you need to be a little higher in the pound-for-pound rankings. Do you have a spot that you feel you belong? I mean, is it number one, or do you be like, well, maybe there's behind this guy?
It's not make sense. If I'm not the number 2, I'm just behind of the Islam Makhachev, you know? That's not make sense. 5 fights for title, 8 victories in streak, 2nd submission, 4 title defense. Numbers don't lie, brother, you know? The only guy accept that is Islam Makhachev because he have the numbers, you know. I try to understand their pound-for-pound rankings. I think maybe it's the more victories. Maybe it's victories with ranking guys. Maybe it's, I don't know. The guys think I need to beat me someone to like a. You put Jack Madalena in the front of me. You think I need to beat Jack Madalena to get his position? That's crazy, you know. I think it's time to respect more flyweight, you know. Like I say, Josh Ivan, Brandon Royval make maybe the fight of the night tonight. I make a very good fight with the Kai Kara France. I think it's time to people start to change his mind, you know. The flyweight is very entertainment division, you know. And I think things need to change, you know.
Pantoja, front right here. Were you able to actually sit and watch the Van Royval fight? Because people are saying that could be one of, if not the best flyweight fights they've ever seen.
Who?
Just the fans online say that's one of the best flyweight fights they have ever seen.
Yeah, I agree too, brother. He looked phenomenal, you know. Of course, like I said before, he don't have a lot of fights. He fight with Brandon Rival. What I think, I see. Of course, I don't can see hold the fight because I make my warm up and everything. But I think if Royval don't rush too much, and he get the flash down in the last 10 seconds of the fight, maybe things different. I don't know. Like I say, I don't see the whole fight. I see a couple seconds of the fight, but that's back and forth fights. But Royval make a lot of mistakes. I don't understand how Royval don't try to grapple him or put his guard up. He take too much damage. But congratulations to Josh Van. Like I say, he know just that fight. He fight with the Bruno Bulldog and he passed through. With Tatsuro, the Japanese guy, he's look phenomenal too. And he deserves fight for. And I think that's my biggest challenge in my career. Fight to someone new, 23 years, young, hungry, very good striking, very good takedown defense. It's a challenger for me.
Were you able to watch the Ilya Charles fight?
Nah, man. I just see the last punches. Like 1 year and a half. I see Topuria in some events. I'm on the gas fighter, and I talk to Topuria brother. I'm a huge fan. The way you did, the way you fight, it's so nice. And then when he put this fight to Topuria in charge, it's so tough to me. But of course, I need to support Charles. Charles is an icon from Brazil, and this lost don't change anything about the Charles. Charles supports Brazil so much. He changed his whole peoples on his side. Changed. He bring a lot of kids. He bring a lot of teammates to come to Las Vegas to feel everything. That's amazing leadership he have. But Topuria is phenomenal, brother. Topuria, for me, is one of the best step in the octagon.
Alexandre.
Pantoja se liga na missão e entregou tudo no octágono. Se o Alexandre de 10 anos atrás pudesse tiver agora, o que você acha que ele te diria?
You friend of the Erika Borracin?
Não?
No, because ele fala, se liga na missão.
Se liga na missão.
Yeah. No, I think if I'm back to 10 years ago, I'm not changing anything, just, I think all the God listens, you need to respect your past because your future is that decision, I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud of my choices.
Você teve que conquistar tudo com muito esforço, sem que nada fosse te dado de graça. Hoje, você sente que finalmente te exageram como verdadeiro campeão?
I answer in Portuguese or in English?
What else?
Yeah, I think I passed through for so many things, I fight to hold my division. A couple guys 2 times, some guys 3 times. And, I don't want to try to get the respect of nobody, I just want to give a good example to my kids. I just want to my wife respect, Like I say, I'm a regular guy, I'm just training hard every day in the gym, God gave me a gift, I learn fast. Try to be a good guy. I think the more important thing, I think if the people have this belt, it's like I don't know if I say that the right way, but like the Thor, he grabbed the hammer. He's the only one who can grab the hammer. I think it's like that, People don't have something gift, can grab this belt, That's why some champions just grab this belt one time because he don't deserve, Maybe there's some matrix mistake, But I think I don't try to to say I'm the best guy in the world, But I think if you want good things in your life, you need to be a good person.
Alexandre over here.
Alexandre.
Not only did you win, but I feel like the flyweight division as a whole won tonight. Obviously, in the world stage, we saw that banger that was Royval and Van, and we saw your amazing performance. I think this is the division where we've seen some great fights, even some #1 contender fights, be landed on some prelims on some cards. And you just mentioned there things need to change in terms of respect for your division. So, do you think after tonight the division has caught the attention of the casual eye and will be a stable on these stacked cards moving forward?
I think little by little we changed that. You know, fights like that, Josh Van and Rival, my fight with Kaikara France, fights like a Moreno and Albazi. You have so many good fighters. You know, I say about the last year, 2024, we have a lot of main events with the flyweights. You know, and I think things start to change. You know, that's so cool. I see in some YouTube and Instagram, people saying things bad about my division, and that I don't need to say anything about the haters. You know, like a hardcore fans go and say, "Hey, shut your mouth, casual," and you know, people realize how good this division is right now. You know, and I think just us can change that. You know, and I think because that whole division respect to each other. You know, it's not bad blood with us. You know, but of course, when you go to the auction, you try to do the best thing ever, you know.
Alexandre,
back here.
Alexandre. Yeah, Alexandre here. Here. Okay.
Yes.
Primero de todo, Alexandre, parabéns para sua vitória.
Obrigado, irmão.
I wanted to ask you about your fight in general because we saw a high display of fight IQ by yourself. We saw you exchanging punches against Gegard France, and then when you know that maybe it was dangerous, you throw into wrestling. Do you think that even though you have a lot of good fighters in the flyweight division, your wrestling is the key in order to keep your success?
I think my mind is the key. You know, I have very good, strong mind. You know, I pass for a lot of things for that camp. You know, all the camps different. You know, this camp's not different of that. You know, couple injuries, couple troubles in the gym. You know, staph infections. I use antibiotics like 2 weeks after the fights, you know, get injections, and man, like that's so tough, you know. But at the end of the day, I think my mentality, my head make the difference. You know, I talk about that. Like I go to fight like a challenger, you know. But now, because I have this belt, I have all this experience, my challenger spirit, but head champion.
And the last one for me, Alexandre, obviously 4 defenses in a row, you clean up the division, you are the only champion remaining that's never been knocked out and never been finished. I mean, you made a statement tonight. Are you looking forward to do your next title defense in Brazil?
Man, I love to fight in Vegas, bro. I love to fight here, man. I love to fight in Las Vegas, T-Mobile Arena. That's, like I said, that's the Coliseo. I'm feel the gladiator here, brother. Especially because you have the PI, Institute Performance here. It's so easy to everything, you know. But of course, Brazil is my hometown, you know. If UFC want to go to Brazil and show to Brazil, the champions have a name, it's Alexandre Pantoja.
Thank you, man.
Pantoja back here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We saw the video of you with Merab after the fight. Everyone talks about, oh, Pantoja needs to move up. What is it like to say, no, I have my division and I also have the respect of not just Merab, but a lot of the other champions and fighters? What is that like to have that just respect from your peers?
Merab is a huge guy, you know. He's small, but he's a huge guy, you know. He's heart, his spirit, it's so nice, you know. One of the best. He's so good heart. He deserves this belt, you know. And I have my division, man. I'm a 125 champion, you know. Why I think about go to the bantamweight? I don't think about that. If I go to the bantamweight and then I need to leave my belt, no way, man. You need to beat me in the octagon to lift this belt. I have so much more to prove to myself, you know. Like I say, I'm a working guy, you know. I go to the gym Monday, training hard, and I'm going to keep this belt for a long time.
Final question, and it may not be that important. A lot of fans think you might have some of the best custom shorts.
Oh, yeah, I
out
have.
of any of the fighters.
I have.
What does it mean to you that the fans like your design so much?
You know, I make my dragon in my shorts, you know. This dragon, I make it when I have a 17, you know, and a long time ago, and it's still with me. That's, I mean, power and eternity. And have my shorts, and people appreciate that. I think everybody need to buy one, maybe buy two. And that's so amazing, you know, have this, see where I come from, and now what I get, you know, top of the world. I have so much good example for my kids, especially in the cut weight. My kids with me, you know, see all the sacrifice about that. You don't eat food, don't drink water, and my kids don't drink water too. You know, he's waiting to the moment. I just gonna drink when you can drink, Daddy. And that's the best thing ever. You know, I'm at the top of the world right now, but Monday everything is the same. You know, what I try to say, like tomorrow when I go to home, lock my door. It's all the same. I'm Alexandre Pantoja Passidomo, Kawan and Nicolas' father, Gabby's husband, and I need to clean the dishes. I need to walk with my dogs and appreciate my life.
Congrats.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.